Stop and smell the roses. Maybe not necessarily the roses, but just, I think it's important for people to slow down and enjoy what's around them, right? Just the view of it, like I love looking around at the trees. Farming is very freeing. Like you feel alive every day, and that's something that I always want to feel when I live. I always want to feel alive. I want to feel like I'm purposeful in my life and every motion that I do, and enjoy every moment, whether it be cleaning pig stalls or playing with my dogs. I just always try and enjoy the moments, and that's a beautiful thing about farming. It allows you to be your boss and enjoy those moments.
Welcome to Aldor Acres Family Farm. On this farm, a local family gets back to their roots alongside one another. And one of the most special things about Aldor Acres? A woman who's going against the grain.
Well, when you think of a traditional farmer, it's usually a male taking over after their parents, and then they have a wife and they have children. And just like continue on, right? So I guess I'm sort of, I don't know, I've always been against the grain in a sense, and we're skipping a generation. So like Grandma and Grandpa started the farm. There was no one in my parents' generation that was sort of in the position to take the farm over when my grandparents were ready to like step out. So then it came down to the third generation, which was me. I grew up on the farm, so it's in my blood the whole time, but I wouldn't say that I was necessarily like your farm kid. I played hockey my whole life growing up, so eat, sleep, breathe hockey for the first 20 years of my life. And then just one day I was out traveling in Australia, and I sort of had like one of those moments sitting on the beach, and I was like, you know what, I want to come home and I want to be a farmer. So I called my grandparents and said that, and that was 8 years ago. Yeah.
Melissa's the oldest granddaughter, the oldest of 18 grandchildren. No, there was no plan that she was going to be our partner in the business. That just happened to evolve. Our sons have both got farming operations of their own, plus outside jobs. So our transition was not planned until Melissa came along. Came back from being away in the university for 4 years, and then going and seeing some of the world, and then decided that maybe life on a farm was a pretty good way to go.
We did not anticipate Melissa coming back to farm. It wasn't what Grandma's dream for their children. I expected she would get a job in the city and wear high-heeled shoes and short skirts or business suits. And that's not what she really wanted to do, so she came back here. And before that, we had no idea. We did not have a succession plan. We did not think ahead as to what was happening. We just planned. Whenever a phone call came in, okay, we will do it this way, and carry on like that. And I didn't know how the end would ever be.
Following her heart and coming back home seemed like fate. While Melissa wasn't your typical farm kid, being a full-time farmer suits her pretty well.
It's just peaceful for me, right? You just wind down, whatever else is in your mind or happened during your day, you just sort of like relax, and it's just you and the animals, and you clean them, you feed them, you water them, and then you talk to them. Like, you obviously have relationships with like 1 or 2 in the barn, right? Or maybe 6. But it's, yeah, so I have my favorites in there, and I'm not gonna lie, I have my not so favorites.
And since coming aboard the family farming business, Melissa's been grateful for the opportunity to spend time with her grandparents.
Like, not everybody even gets to see their grandparents, or sometimes their grandparents aren't even alive anymore. So I'm very fortunate that I get to see them every day, and I get to work with them, and I get to learn from them. There is so much knowledge that the 2 of them have, and I'm just so privileged that I get to spend my time with my grandparents and learn from my grandma. My grandma does all the inside sort of stuff in the house, and then my grandpa, he's the outside man. Yeah, I can't even express how much I've learned from the 2 of them and how grateful I feel for that opportunity. Yeah.
Well, the history is that I'm Albert and my wife is Dorothy, so that's the name, Aldor. And we established that as a veterinary clinic in 1969. And then we bought the farm in 1971. That name transferred over to Aldor Acres. And we started out as, we had sheep, cattle, some hogs, and finally we got into the idea of growing some pumpkins. We did that for 2 years, selling them wholesale. And then a school teacher got involved with a tour one day, and then she thought it was a good idea and told everybody about it in her school. And it just grew from there, doubled for the first 10 years. Now it's become a major business.
But beyond the pumpkins, the sheep, the cattle, and all of the other furry friends here at Aldor Acres, the one thing that's treasured most of all is family.
Family means a lot of people and the closeness and things that you can do and have fun, and there are problems sometimes, but it's more the togetherness, the closeness, just being around people, and then they bring friends, and then we include those as family as well.
It changes as life goes on. The first part of it is the excitement of having new babies, watching them grow up, all the challenges of that part of life, and trying to set an example for them. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
And so family to me it's like community, and they're just people that are always there for you no matter what. Somebody that you can trust and believe in, and also somebody that you don't need to, like, if you fall off the face of the earth with each other for 2 years or whatever it may be, you can come back to them and you can pick up right where you left off. So yeah, what family means to me is just the support. Simply support and love. Yeah.
And another thing about family, it goes on.
I want to continue this family legacy, 100%. I don't think your sex should change or should determine what you do in life. I think everybody has their different ways of living and their passions, right? And so if your passion is being outside and being around animals and getting dirty, then yeah, go into farming. But no, I encourage anybody to just follow their passions, and regardless of your gender or your ability, just follow what you love, enjoy your moments, because it could end tomorrow or this afternoon, right? So.